So this year for Halloween, I'm making a Death Stranding cosplay. I'm starting with this episode here. I'm making the cargo case from the game. I've looked around the internet for 3D models of the cases, but none of them are really accurate. And if they are, they take way too much plastic to print and way too much time. And the most accurate version of the model exists in the collector's edition. There are blue versions of the case in the game, so technically that just works by itself. My plan is to make it chrome, make an exact replica of the silver version, the iconic version of the cargo case from the game. Typically on smooth surfaces like this, you're going to want to rough it up a bit, so I'm going to take this palm sander here with the 100 grit sandpaper and just go around it, that way the primer can stick. This is where you see mistake number one. Using that palm sander, I immediately put scratches into the case that come up a lot later and need to get fixed. I'm using Rust-Oleum filler primer. I've never used this particular primer before, but I've heard a lot of great things about it. I'm going to apply about 2 coats of this, and then we can just put the chrome right on. Yesterday I made a pretty big mistake. I just sanded this dry, and that caused a lot of grooves to come in. So today I'm going to wet sand it over with the same, so hopefully it still comes out smooth. I've got 2 or 3 coats of primer on the cargo case now, so it's time to switch to the chrome layer. I've got some Krylon Original Chrome. This gives you that shiny look without giving you that mirror finish, so it's going to look a lot more like the game. So you might see that this looks significantly worse than it did before, and that's because I made a big mistake. I believe most of the problem is because the primer just wasn't compatible with the paint I was using, and it started to bubble and chip away. So I ended up taking a power washer to it and just getting all of that off. But the areas that there wasn't any primer on, and it was just straight chrome to the original plastic, is still on. I'm going to continue sanding it down just a little bit to make sure it's all smooth, and I'm just going to spray the chrome straight onto that. I'm hoping that that will work. There's not much left in this can, but I got another one over there. Let's just go for it. Nice. So I got the first coat of chrome on there, building that up until all of the little messy spots are gone. So here we go. So off camera, I got a bunch of finishing sandpaper up to 1000 grit, and I wet sanded it here to give it a really smooth finish and get rid of all of those high spots and rough patches like we have there. So I'm going to go over the entire case like this, and it should look like it originally did in the game and like when I got it. That is like buttery smooth. You're gonna have to take my word for it or listen to this. So this is finally completely sanded and prepped to paint, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do now. Moment of truth. All of this work. I guess I have to walk in like that. Some unfortunate events happened just now with the cargo case. My neighbor decided to move it while the paint was drying, and it scratched it entirely to pieces, so I have to start from square one. But I think I counted over 30 scratches. But all I could do is pick my head up and push forward. We gotta get this done. Luckily, I was very careful with it, and sanding and applying a few more coats got rid of the scratches. Now that the chrome layer is there, all I have to do is paint the handle the color it's supposed to be, which is essentially black and this brown tinted silver, almost a gunmetal look, but there is a brown undertone. You're about to see how amazing this folk art paint is. Look at that. You don't need a base coat or anything, the thing just works. This video is not sponsored by folk art, but like, come on guys. Unfortunately, the light I was using died, so I can't record much of it, but I'll try my best. But this is the final step. Let's do this together. Oh, it's kind of muted it all and made it almost matte looking, but because I hope I just didn't ruin everything by putting on a coat of clear. The clear coat didn't work, so I had to respray it with the silver paint. So I guess I can't really clear coat it. I guess I just have to be careful with it. I can't find anybody online that has used clear coat on this type of paint, so looking closer at the pictures, the gray color I have on the handle now just doesn't really add up, so I'm going to add a little bit of raw umber to it to give it more of that brown tint that it has. I think this is a way, way better color than it was before. It's time to make the cargo ID sticker. I could buy it from the Kojima production store, but they are $7 a piece and I probably have to make a bunch of them. So what I'm going to do is print them on a piece of 4x6 photo paper. This is about the exact size that this sticker is from all the information I could find on the internet. I could either use spray adhesive on the back or I could spray adhesive it onto normal sticker paper. I did find a very clear image of this sticker on this Etsy page from the seller FR Props. I'm going to take this into Photoshop and then skew it a little bit so that way it's all straight, and I'll fix up any of the colors if need be. Then I can just print them onto the photo paper here and then glue them on and see which way is the best way to make it into a sticker. So I'm going to take the photo I just printed out of the cargo ID sticker and use some spray glue it to sticker paper since I don't have glossy sticker paper, but then I'm just going to use this normally like a sticker and put it on. Well, other than no clear coat, it's pretty much done, so I'm going to put the foam back in and then tape it up. I don't really have to worry about the tape itself because the tape that comes with the collector's edition is just an exact replica of the tape in the game, so I'm just going to use that on the case. I'm about to commit collector's edition blasphemy. Oh, look at this, but it's for the project. I'm looking at my reference images here to kind of line up the tape. Okay, this is the last step. This is the cargo ID sticker. Man, this is bittersweet. A lot of stuff happened during the making of this case, but it's a learning experience, and you'll get to see all the times I had to adapt or come up with new ideas, learn, fail, into getting a case that looks really awesome. You're going to want to stay tuned for the next episode because I am making the assault rifle. Very iconic gun in the game, and a lot of people like it. As you see, I have a lot of it printed now, but that's for next time. If you made it this far, please leave a like for all the hard work that went into this, but stay tuned for next time I'll be making the rifle and a few other props from the game. See ya!